What's up guys, it's Matt Collins-Jones here, also known as the D365 Geek, and today we're talking about Power Automate, and we're looking at the MSN Weather Connector, and we're going to look at the action which is Get Forecast for Today. So the MSN Weather Connector allows you to use the MSN Weather data that they are collecting, and you can use this to get the information about the weather and the forecast and things like that. So the action today is to get today's forecast. We can pass in some information about the location and then get the weather forecast for that location. So let's take a look at it. So in Power Automate here, I have a manual trigger that I've set up for this flow, and then I can click on New Step. Then I can go to MSN Weather. The reason for actually choosing this one is because it was one of the ones in this line of connectors, and I just thought, hey, I've not done anything on MSN Weather. Let's learn about that. So I did. So there are a list of actions here. So there's 3 actions. This is the one we're going to look at today, which is Get Forecast for Today. You could just stick your head out the window, but we still all look at the weather, don't we? So the first thing we actually need to do is we need to pass in a location. And the location could be anything. So you can kind of see there's some valid inputs that it tells you here. Manchester, region, state, county, country, landmark, postal code, and it also supports long lat as well. So we can do one of 2 things here. We could just put something like Manchester, and I'll put UK in there as well, because there is a Manchester in New England as well. And I can put Manchester, UK, and I can change the units between either imperial or metric. I'm in the UK, so I'll use metric, and we'll test this out. So we'll click on test. I'll perform a trigger action, we'll save and test. We'll run the flow, we'll click done, and then it's running. And then we get some information. So this is the information that we get here. So the conditions, mostly cloudy. We get the date. So this is kind of taking into account UTC, although it is a day behind, which is a little bit unusual. Oh, sorry, it's because it's taking into account BST, and therefore it's kind of shifted the date a little bit. So it's a bit weird that. So you do need to watch out for the date. Rain chance 100, because I live in Manchester. The rain chance is always 100. It's always going to rain in Manchester, no matter what. And then we have some really cool statistics like max wind speed, humidity, the temperature. All these are in degrees C, as we can see here, because it says temperature units. It also confirms the location is Manchester, Greater Manchester, United Kingdom, so that's good. And then we can get all sorts of other things. We get the longitude and latitude. We even get things like the moon phase. That's quite interesting. The moon rise, the moon set, the sunrise, the sunset. I always love this information. I tend to ask my Google Assistant all the time for what time is sunrise or what time is sunset, that sort of thing. So we get that. We also get some summaries. We get like nighttime summary. There's also the daytime summary. So we can use this information elsewhere. So you could have this maybe as a scheduled flow. So every day you could schedule a flow to say, hey, whatever location I'm in, send the location to this flow, and then send that notification to my phone. So like maybe I click a button on my phone, it sends a notification and goes, hey, you should, this is what the weather is in your region today. And we can do that with the manual trigger flow, because that actually takes into account your location. So if I go to the dynamic content, we do have things like full address, city, state, street, longitude and latitude, or postcode. So if I run this with one of these, so again, if we just choose city, and we click test and save and test, it should bring through Manchester as the city that I live in, or city that I live near. Let's see what it says. It says Stockport. So Stockport's not actually a city, but it's close to being a city. It missed like 2 criteria for not being a city. One was not having a cathedral. So it's pulled that through. So I live in a suburb of Manchester called Stockport. So this is where you can bring these things through. So you could have this, send in a daily email to you to say, hey, it's going to be rainy in your area tomorrow. You should make sure you bring a coat. Or it's going to be really sunny, make sure you bring your sunscreen. You could have this set up for engineers. So engineer going to travel to a site in another location. You could use this to go, right, you're traveling to these 3 locations tomorrow. This is what the weather is in those 3 locations, just in case you want to get prepared, in case you're working out in the streets. Maybe you want to bring an umbrella, maybe you need to bring a coat, or maybe you need to bring sunscreen. I always think things like the weather and weather apps are really useful, so I use quite a few of them on my phone. I get a daily weather forecast sent to my phone, and now I know I could use Power Automate to do it, so I may switch to that. But what do you guys think? What do you guys use this for? Do you like display it on like a SharePoint site in the morning when you get in? This is the weather for today, and this is the weather for the week, or something like that. Let me know in the comments down below what you use it for. If you enjoyed this video, if you could like and share it with your friends, that'd be much appreciated. If you've not already, hit the subscribe button and stay up to date with all my latest videos. And I'll see you next time.